All right. Hi there. Thank you all for coming tonight. My name is Kim Donahue. I am an independent consultant and district manager with Arbonne. I've been working with Arbonne for about 4 months now. I've been working, besides that, I've been working as an insurance adjuster for 14 years. And I wasn't looking for anything new. I have 3 kids. I was happy with my job. I worked part-time. Everything was great. But a friend of mine started selling Arbonne. And so I decided to be a good friend and try out the protein that she was offering me. So I tried it out and I really liked it. The taste was good, but more importantly, what I really liked is that I wasn't craving jelly beans at 9:30 in the morning. And for those of you that know me, know that that's a pretty big deal for me. So it has 20 grams of protein in it, so it was really able to support my active lifestyle. I was doing a lot of running, a lot of exercise and whatnot, and so it worked well for that. I decided to go ahead and host a party because I wanted to be able to, earn my protein for free or for cheap. So I decided to go ahead and host a party, and I invited a few friends over. And this is my friend Jill went over all this wellness information, which I'm going to share with you tonight. And I learned so much. A lot of it I did already know, but there was some stuff that I didn't know about the foods that I was putting in my body, and how they were sabotaging my health and what they were doing to my family and really where they were coming from. So we learned a lot that night, and I decided I wanted to go ahead and I wanted to do the clean eating challenge. And I also wanted to continue to know more about Arbonne. Because if you rewind 3.5 years, my youngest son is 3.5 now. And when I was pregnant with him, I learned a lot about the chemicals that we put on our skin just on a daily basis. The average woman puts 515 chemicals on her body every day. It takes 26 seconds for each of those chemicals to absorb into your skin. So I learned that, and I knew I needed to make some changes. And I read this book called Small Changes, and it made it seem so easy. I could change a little bit at a time, and in no time, everything would be, free of chemicals in my life. And so that was my plan. That's what I was going to do. But if you fast forward 3.5 years, I wasn't there yet. I still wasn't using products that I felt good about on my body, and I wasn't proud of what I was putting on my kids. So I decided to try Arbonne's skincare line. I used their baby care. I used their bath care. I tried it all, and I loved it. So everything's great. I'm using all their wellness line. I'm using all their skincare line, and I'm loving it. And I really feel like I'm making some good choices for my family. But then I realized the rest of the people that I love don't know about this. And I wouldn't have known about this if it weren't for somebody bringing it to my attention. So that's when I realized that I feel almost obligated. Like I need to share this information with other people because we can't trust the FDA and we can't trust other things like the government and whatnot to share this with us. So that's why I decided to start selling Arbonne, is because I wanted the opportunity to share this not only with my loved ones that I talk to on a regular basis, but I wanted to share it with their loved ones. And I wanted to keep this chain going so that everybody could have this information. So tonight, what I'm going to talk about is our wellness program. Okay. And what this is it's a clean eating program. It's not a fad diet. It's not a starvation diet. I'm not going to tell you drink juice for 7 days and don't chew on anything. It's not that type of diet. It's really a lifestyle change, and it has a lot of purposes. Weight loss is a great benefit of it, but we'll talk a lot about balancing your blood sugar. We'll talk about reducing inflammation. And we'll talk about a lot of the ways that it can benefit you as a whole person. So I don't like to show a ton of before and afters because for me, it's more about how you feel than about how you look. I do show this one. This is Shane. There's 6 months between these pictures. So she did the 28-day challenge, and then I'll teach you about how you kind of are setting yourself up to better maintain a healthy lifestyle after that. So she did the challenge and she loved it. And the reason I show this one, this is 6 months, 60 pounds. And she is the most bubbly person now that I've ever known. She's so happy. She's so full of life, so full of energy. And she credits it completely to going through these changes and making better choices for her body and for her life. So this is another one. This is Amy. The first picture was right after she had her baby. So of course there's some inflammation there, but even the second picture, she just wasn't where she wanted to be. She did the challenge, and I'll talk about her in a little bit. She found that she was really sensitive to gluten. So a lot of what you see going on is inflammation. And so in the last picture, she obviously had found a way to manage that. And then I'm just going to breeze through the before and afters. If anybody really wants to see before and afters, let me know and I can share some with you. But like I said, to me, it's more about how you feel. So what's going on with our health? Why are we feeling this way? 1/3 of US adults and children are overweight. And that's scary because it includes our kids. It's not just us. We're making decisions. Our kids are watching what we're doing. And our kids are eating the food that we buy and we make for them. And I feel as though we have an obligation to not only lead by living a healthy lifestyle, but also help them make healthy choices. There's a lot of diseases related to obesity. There's a lot of diseases related to poor health. I'm not going to read the slides to you because I know that you guys can see them, but there's some things that people might not necessarily link to what's going in their body: autoimmune disease, neurological, cancer, depression, and it is, in fact, it can be related back to what you're eating. So why? First of all, it's sugar. If you take a sandwich baggie and fill it with sugar, that's how much sugar the average American is eating on a daily basis. And I don't think any of you, I certainly hope none of you, but maybe if you are, that's fine, are sitting at like the sugar bowl, spooning the sugar into your mouth, right? I wasn't, but I was getting so much sugar. It's hidden in other places. It's hidden in food. It's hidden in drinks. It's hidden in, I mean, anything. So many things that you're eating, they put sugar in it to make it taste better. So we're eating a ton of sugar, we're eating a ton of processed foods. Even when we think we're eating healthy, say chicken and green beans, it's processed, it's loaded with hormones, antibiotics, it's sprayed with chemicals, fertilizers, and whatnot. So if you take a look at these pictures, the top picture is a farmer spraying our crops. This is what he's doing to the food that we're going to eat. And that's fine, but look at what he's wearing when he's spraying them. He has to wear that much protection to spray the food that we're going to eat and put in our bodies. And that's alarming. The second picture is of a chicken, and that first one's like, ew, what's wrong with that chicken? Is it sick? No, that's a healthy chicken. That's what a chicken's supposed to look like. Chickens are grown on hormones because you go to the grocery store and everybody wants the big, like, juicy chicken breasts, and so they're buying that, and that's what the farmers are making. They're giving their chickens hormones to make these chicken breasts that are just completely processed and unnatural foods for us to be eating. And so they're feeding their chickens hormones, and when we're eating the chicken, then we're feeding ourselves the same hormones. Leaky gut is kind of a different concept, and I know it sounds gross, and it kind of is, but it's an important thing to understand when you really are trying to focus on what's going on in your body. So everything that we put into our system can cause everything goes into your gut. Okay, and so it can cause inflammation in your gut. Not only the food that you're eating, but the toxins. We talked about the toxins that you're putting on your skin. The toxins that you're cleaning your house with. You know, I have somebody who I think is on here who sells Pure Haven Essentials, and that's a great option for if you're cleaning your house and you want to use something that's free of toxins. So it comes from the stuff you're cleaning with, the stuff you're eating, the stuff you're putting on your skin, even prescriptions. Those can cause inflammation in your gut. So you've got all this inflammation in your gut. And then your gut's not able to control it all. So it kind of gets like little holes, and then it leaks out. It leaks out of your gut, causing inflammation in the rest of your body. And why is it so important to maintain a healthy balance in our gut? 70% of our immune system lives in our gut. And not only that, you guys, but 75% of our serotonin receptors, like those happy receptors, they're in your gut. They're not all in your head, right? So a lot of things that people don't relate necessarily to what they're eating is coming from what they're eating. So people are suffering from anxiety, depression, headaches, fatigue. They think it's something in their head, but it's not. It's coming from what's going on in our gut, the state of our gut. Also, a lot of skin problems: rosacea, eczema, acne, psoriasis. These are all things that can be triggered by the foods that we're eating. What's the medical community's answer? So if you go to the doctor and you have a lot of these symptoms, they're going to put you on a medication. Even if you go to the doctor and say, I want to lose weight, they might put you on a medication. They might say, go on a diet, lose weight, exercise more, or eat less, exercise more. And you're probably going to be able to lose the weight that way. People can get really, really skinny by exercising more and eating less calories. But what happens is it's not maintainable because you still have all these toxins in your body. And I'll go into that a little bit more. They might even give you a pill to help you lose weight, but that's not, that's, like I said, more prescriptions that you have in your body, the more inflammation you've got going on in your gut. So it's just a cycle. So if you think about it this way, if you go into your bathroom, the bathtub is overflowing, the faucet's on, the drain's plugged, and there's water all over the floor. What are you going to reach for? Are you going to unplug that drain? Are you going to turn off the faucet, or are you going to grab a mop? Because what we're doing, I mean, it seems logical. You'd unplug the drain, you turn off the faucet to stop what's happening. But what we're doing is we're grabbing a mop. We're going to the doctor. We're mopping up the symptoms, but we're not really addressing the root of the problem. So some signs that you need to detox, you need to get those toxins out of your body. If you're having low energy, you're having frequent headaches, sugar cravings, constipation, bloating, gassiness, indigestion or acid reflux, can't function without coffee. That was me, and I'll talk about how I got through that. Aches, pains, or stiffness, difficulty losing weight, prescription medication, food allergies, skin problems. These are all signs that your body's giving you. Your body gives you little red flags, and sometimes we listen to them and sometimes we ignore them. But these are all little red flags that your body's giving you that you need to detox. The benefits of a detox, obviously, it's removing the toxins from your body. It's reducing that inflammation that we talked about. It's preventing chronic disease, enhancing the immune system, balancing your hormones, slowing premature aging, increasing weight loss, boosting energy, skin quality, mental and emotional clarity, and restoring a balance to our body's systems. So I talked about this a little bit in the beginning. It's not a diet. It's not a phase. It's a lifestyle change. So it's not going to be a rapid weight loss program. You're changing your lifestyle. You're changing the decisions you make in order to make your body healthier. It's not a crazy fad diet. You're not going to starve. It's going to help to reveal the foods that are sabotaging your health. It's going to reprogram your body to efficiently remove the toxins and not hold on to them. It's going to actually renew some unhealthy skin and reduce your food cravings. So one of the things that we want to make sure that we're doing is eating clean. Pesticide-free, hormone-free, antibiotic-free, those are big ones. Dairy-free, gluten-free, we'll talk about that. Refined sugar-free, these are all things that can be sabotaging our health. So I want to talk about the acid and alkaline balance. And this is I love this part because I think this is so cool. Everything that goes, well, first of all, your body is there's supposed to be a balance between acid and alkaline in your body, and your body's supposed to be slightly on the alkaline state because disease cannot live in an alkaline environment. It thrives in an acidic environment. So you want to keep your body on the alkaline side. Everything you put in your body is going to contribute to that. It's either going to be acidic or it's going to be alkaline forming. So you want to search for things that are alkaline forming. And so some people think milk is alkaline forming. Some people think that tomatoes and lemons are acid forming, but it's actually just the opposite. Tomatoes and lemons are alkaline forming in your body, where milk, dairy, gluten, those are all acid forming in your body. So acidic diets can lead to a lot of problems, which are listed here. We've talked about a lot of them already, but these are all problems that people are experiencing on a daily basis and not necessarily relating to the food that they're putting in their body. So what are some examples of acidic foods? And stick with me because I know some of our favorite things are on this list, but I'll explain them to you and help you through it. Refined sugar, dairy, gluten, soy, coffee, alcohol, and corn. These are all acid-forming foods, okay? The big three are dairy, gluten, and soy. Those are the big three that we really want to keep out of our diet when we're doing the 28-day cleanse so that we can determine what's causing some inflammation in our body. Refined sugar you don't want in there either. You don't really ever want refined sugar in your body, to be honest. Coffee's not that bad. Coffee itself actually has some great health qualities. However, it's what we're putting in our coffee that starts to become the issue. So if you're drinking your coffee black, then it's okay to have a cup of coffee here and there. Coffee can be acidic, but it's not as bad as some of the other things, if you believe it or not, on the scale. Alcohol, a lot of alcohol has a lot of sugar in it. Alcohol can be gluten. So I will tell you this, and I'm going to leave this here. Vodka's gluten-free. Okay. So if you need to cheat, if you need to have a drink, vodka's gluten-free. And so it's not going to completely mess up the cleanse. A lot of people say, Kim, I can't do this. I have 3 kids. I can't not have a drink for a month. I get it. But it's not going to completely mess up the cleanse. Corn is inflammatory actually. And corn, I mean, what do you get from it? There's no benefits from corn. Nothing stays in your body. And that's when there's a lot of, GMOs going on in corn. So you want to stay away from corn along the way. So dairy is a big one. What's going on with dairy? Dairy is acid forming. And if you stop and think about it, we are the only mammal that drinks another mammal's milk. And just really stop and think about that for a second. You don't need cow's milk in your body any more than you need your dog's milk or than you need giraffe's milk. We don't need that milk. That's not what it was made for. Cow's milk is made to take a little baby calf and turn it into this great big huge cow in a short amount of time. And the farmers are mass producing this milk. So they're giving their cows hormones and antibiotics to stay healthy and keep producing the milk so that they can sell it to us. So I thought I was making the right decision. I was buying organic milk, no added hormones, everything's great. But think about when women lactate. How many hormones are running through your body when you're lactating? So even if you're getting the organic milk that has no added hormones, it still has those hormones from lactating cows in it. There's plenty of options out there that are dairy free. I went to Whole Foods the other week and was amazed at like half of their dairy section is dairy free. So this is really something that the grocers are getting used to accommodating. There's almond milk, it's delicious. There's almond coconut ice cream. Even Ben & Jerry's has a vegan ice cream now. So it is a change. It tastes a little bit different. It takes a little while to get used to, but the benefits are huge. And so this program isn't 28 days by accident. It takes 20 days to form a habit. So if you stick to this for 28 days, by the end of it, you're over it. You're in the habit of choosing alternate foods. So it's not as hard to stay away. I still have a bowl of ice cream. I just have almond ice cream or coconut ice cream instead of cow's milk ice cream. So it's not hard to make better choices once you've learned all the alternatives out there. The two others that are really big are gluten and soy. They're both acid forming in your body. They're difficult to digest. Gluten is that sticky substance that holds our wheat together. And there's actually 4 times as much gluten in wheat plants as there used to be. And that, again, it's just the way it's being farmed. It's highly processed. Some people can go to Italy and have no problems with gluten, but can't tolerate it at all here. So that, I mean, we shouldn't be forced to eat food that's that highly processed. I'm going to skip ahead. I'll come back to that one. But this is a woman who had a significant gluten issue. This is 1.5 weeks into the 28-day program. She thought that she had a lot of weight to lose in her face, and it turns out it was all inflammation. She had a serious gluten issue and she didn't realize it. So inflammation obviously is a gluten issue, but there's a lot of other stuff too. Thin bones, skin rash, those little like bumps that people get on the back of their arms. That's a little red flag that your body's having trouble digesting the gluten that you're putting in it. Depression, fatigue, irritability, discolored teeth, which I thought was a strange one. But there's so many flags that red flags your body's giving you about gluten. It's estimated that 2 million Americans have some sort of gluten sensitivity, and 83% of them are actually undiagnosed. So going back to soy was another one. I thought I was being healthy. I was giving my kids edamame and tofu, and I thought I had this parenting thing all figured out. But soy actually contains phytoestrogens. Phytoestrogens mimic the female hormone estrogen. And I have enough hormones in my body. I don't need more. I certainly don't want my kids having estrogen right now, and my husband doesn't need any estrogen in his body, right? So I stay away from soy. And you guys might think, I don't eat tofu and I don't eat Chinese food, so I don't really have any soy. But take a look at the labels of the products in your fridge. Soy is in so many things. Soy is in a lot of packaged foods. So you're getting a lot more of it than you think you are, and that's something that you really want to take out. There's people on my team who have had really a lot of difficulty actually getting pregnant, and when they took soy out of their diet, they realized that it was just interrupting their hormones, and it was much easier after they got rid of the soy. So what are we doing? I've talked about what we're taking out, but what are we putting in? We're increasing our nutrient intake. Okay. The foods that we're eating aren't what they used to be. In 1966, 100-gram servings of green beans provided 56 grams of calcium. In 1999, that same serving provided 37 grams of calcium. Okay, and the reason for that is because the farmers aren't rotating their crops like they used to. They used to rotate the crops so that each plant can pull different nutrients from the soil each year, but they don't, because it takes time, and time is money, and they're mass producing. And so this patch of soil is so deprived of calcium that the green beans just aren't getting as much calcium as they used to. So buying organic can help you with that. A lot of organic vegetables have more of the nutrients in them than the conventional ones. Also, though, you can get your calcium from almond milk. So back to the dairy, almond milk actually has twice as much calcium as cow's milk. So another thing that we want to do, and I talked about earlier, is balancing your blood sugar. When you get up in the morning, you probably have a carb of some point, of some kind, a bagel, a bowl of cereal, something like that, and everything's great. But then at 10 o'clock, you like crash. So you're at work, you grab a granola bar or whatever you have to eat. Some people even might pack like a protein bar to have. But the thing is, the protein bars that are on the market are so packed with sugar that whatever you're having then is just going to raise your blood sugar again. And so you've got this constant rise and fall of insulin throughout your day. Okay, that actually can cause weight gain, and that causes inflammation. Okay, so you don't want that. You want to balance it as best you can. And we have some great products that help out with that. Okay, so detoxing and weight loss. What is a toxin? It's anything that can't be burned as energy or easily digested in your body. So toxins come from everywhere. We talked about that a little bit. What you put on your skin, what you put in your body, what you breathe in the air. Toxins come from so many places. So there's a ton of toxins going on in your body. And your body recognizes that as something foreign, something that it shouldn't be there. So what your body does is it forms, so this is like a toxin in your body, and it forms a fat cell around the toxin. So not only do you have this toxin in your body now, but now you've got this fat cell around it. Okay, and so it stores it in your midsection. So you'll see the people with these skinny arms, but like weight in their midsection, and that's inflammation, that's toxins. That's the most toxic kind of fat. So this is somebody in the beginning, somebody who wanted to lose weight, and they, maybe they went to their doctor and their doctor said, eat less, exercise more. And so that's what they did. But they still have all these little toxins, the yellow and red and brownish dots. Those are toxins. Just use your imagination with me for a bit. Those are toxins. So they still had all these toxins in their body. They were able to lose the weight, and that's great. But remember what I said about toxins, they grab for the fat. So as they continue to eat, the toxins are starving for the fat from whatever they're eating in order to protect their organs. So your body's holding on to fat and maybe even holding on to more fat. So it's just a vicious cycle, and they keep going around that. But if you cleanse at a cellular level, that's why when you do a diet, a cleanse is so important, because you need to get those toxins out of your body. Okay, because then after this 28-day portion, you're going to slowly reintroduce things, and eventually you're going to start eating, we call it the 80-20 plan. 80% of the time, eat well, do good things for your body. 20% of the time, do what you need to do. If grandma's at a picnic and she brings the best apple pie that you've ever had, then eat a piece of apple pie. Cheat here and there. It's okay, because your body's not starving for that fat. Your body's not going to retain it the same way it would if you had all those toxins in there. So this is where Arbonne comes in. We have a ton of tools for success to help you out with this program. Arbonne is formulated without gluten. We're soy-free, dairy-free, 100% recyclable packaging, and all of our packaging is carbon neutral, vegan certified, no fillers, no artificial flavors or sweeteners. We're low on the glycemic index, botanically based, and that's big because it means every single thing is from a plant, flower, or an herb. We do not use animal byproducts. If you don't know what animal byproducts are, or if they're in your products, I suggest you take a minute to look those up and take a look at your products, because I don't want animal byproducts anywhere near me. So non-GMO and kosher. The first product in our kit is the protein shake. It comes with 2 bags of this, 30 servings each, so a total of 60 servings. This is 20 grams of vegan protein, plus a ton of other essential vitamins and minerals in your body. It comes from a vegan blend of yellow peas, brown rice, and cranberries. Okay, and why yellow peas? Peas are a protein source. I promise you this protein does not taste like peas. It's delicious. They're a great source of protein. Peas are actually anti-inflammatory, and they help to prevent and delay kidney damage. So that's why you want peas. Peas are also more absorbable than your conventional protein. So we're 98% absorbable. So all that great stuff that you're drinking is going to stay with your body. The next product I want to talk about is Fizz Sticks. This is the caffeine replacement. This is how I was able to get rid of coffee in my diet. And I didn't think I could do this. I was thoroughly planned on cheating, and I didn't even have to. Because these have caffeine in them, I drink them in the morning and then I drink another one in the afternoon. I haven't had a cup of coffee in like as long as I can remember. So these, and I was that person who, if I slept in, I'd wake up with a headache because I slept through my normal cup of coffee. So this was huge for me to be able to use these and not have those caffeine withdrawals. They contain a ton of B vitamins. We all know B vitamins are the happy vitamins. They have rhodiola, ginseng, guarana. That's the caffeine in them. Chromium to help balance your blood sugar. These are highly alkaline forming, and they have 4 times the antioxidants that you'll get in a cup of green tea. So this program comes with 2 boxes of those. 1 box is pomegranate, 1 box is citrus. It's a total of 60 sticks. The next thing is the Digestion Plus. This is the first thing you do in the morning. You wake up. I dissolve mine in like 1 to 3 ounces of water, stir it up really well, and just shoot it. Some people just pour it under their tongue and like swish water and drink it. It's your probiotic, your prebiotic, and your digestive enzyme. And why that's important is your probiotic is not, a lot of probiotics that you're buying over the counter are not making it to your gut, which is where they need to do their work. So this is a freeze-dried patented blend of the probiotic and the prebiotic, which means the prebiotic is able to kind of clear the way so the probiotic gets to the gut where it needs to do its work. The digestive enzymes are just going to kind of help your body digest what you eat throughout the day. The kit comes with 1 box of those, and there's 30 sticks in a box. So that'll get you through 30 days. The next is the Fiber Boost. This is something that I add to my protein. This is something I also add to my spaghetti sauce or my soup if I feel as though my kids need a little more fiber in the day, because let's face it, it's not always easy to convince children to eat healthy. So I like to kind of throw this in there because fiber is important. Fiber helps to get the toxins out of your body. It's like a little sponge, and it cleans out the way and helps you to digest it. This will also help to balance your blood sugar. This comes with 1 bag of fiber. I put a half a scoop to a scoop in my shake every morning. Some people use more, some people use less. Everybody's body kind of responds to fiber differently, so you will find out what works best for you. This bag will last you at least a month, depending on how much you're using it, could last 2. The next is the 7-day body cleanse, and stick with me here because this is important. This is not a cleanse where you only drink and don't eat. I'm not going to tell you don't chew on anything for 7 days. This is a cleanse that you do alongside all of the other clean eating that you've learned. We do this in the 3rd week of the challenge. And the reason for that is because it takes 2 weeks for your body to naturally get rid of everything you ate. If you ate pizza at lunch today, that's going to stick with you for 2 weeks. It takes a really long time to digest some of these foods that we're eating. So after everything has gone through, it takes 2 weeks, it gets it out of your system. And the 3rd week, we go in with this. This is a cleanse. It has spirulina. It really helps to kind of bind the toxins together to get them out. And it's much more gentle when it's handled that way, when it's in the 3rd week, when your body's already gotten rid of the toxins. So this is not a cleanse where you're going to be doubled over in pain. This is not a cleanse where you're going to have to stay at the bathroom all day, to be honest with you. It's just not that type of cleanse. So you'll find, sorry, my cat's making a really strange noise in the background. I know I'm distracted. I'm sorry. So it's not that type of cleanse. You'll find that this is really, it's simple. You mix it in 32 ounces of water. You drink it alongside your normal day, and you'll be fine. You won't really have any issues there. So the next is the herbal detox tea. And this is, it comes along with the package, and it gives you 2 boxes, so 40 bags total. This is, it's caffeine free. It's really light. It's an herbal tea. It helps to support toxin eliminations. It helps to purify the liver, the kidneys, and the bladder. I drink this, sometimes I drink this in the morning. I'll put my fizz stick in it and have a little bit of a tizzy, or sometimes I'll drink it at night. And, I like to put on Netflix and like kind of binge. And so I have kind of trained myself, it takes 20 days to form a habit. So I've trained myself to want a cup of tea at the end of the day. And that's what I sip on while I'm watching TV. And it's doing my body a favor while keeping me away from what I otherwise might be eating. So evolution, this is not part of the 30-day cleanse, but this is something that if some people are looking to lose a lot of weight, they like to add this to the program. It's designed specifically for weight management. It contains 2 products, Thermo Booster and Full Control. Thermo Booster is a pill form. You take it twice a day, and it's going to help boost your metabolism. Full Control is a powder that you dissolve. It's like a fruity kiwi watermelon blend or something. You dissolve it in a cup of water, and you drink it a half an hour before you eat. And so it just helps your mind to understand that your body's feeling full quicker. So just to recap, the things that we're removing from our diet: dairy, gluten, processed foods, soy, coffee, soda, alcohol, artificial sweeteners, and refined sugar. What are we eating? We're eating all the veggies that we want. Fruits, you can eat most fruit, but you have to keep in mind that you want fruit that's not too high in the glycemic index. If you're working out a lot, then certainly you're going to burn those sugars. Eat whatever fruit you want. But if you don't have a steady workout going on, then you probably want to stick to fruits that are lower on the glycemic index, such as green apples, berries, lemons, and limes. You can eat brown rice, quinoa, oatmeal, nuts and seeds, beans, turkey, chicken, beef, and fish. Okay, so I just like to leave you with this: 30% gym, 70% diet. What's going on with our body? You can work out and work out and work out, but people aren't finding what they want to find. They're finding that, abs are made in the kitchen, just like it says here. You have to work on your diet in order to get the results that you want. So the package that I talked about is sorry, I'm just trying to pull up a picture for you. The package that I talked about is a 28-day package, okay? And this is going to have all the things that I gave you. Everything I talked about is in that package. And I had a picture. Oh, there it is. Sorry. So it's got the 16 protein shakes for breakfast and lunch, 60. You can have them for breakfast and lunch, or you can have just one for breakfast, and the package will last you 2 months. 60 energy fizz sticks, 40 servings of detox tea, 30 days of probiotics, that's your digestion plus, the 7-day cleanse, 30 or more day supply of fiber. And it's got this, you are added to a Facebook group. And in the Facebook group, you're able to, you have a coach, and there's 300 to 500 participants in the group going through this whole program at the same time. So it's great. You can ask questions, you can get answers, and there's tons of menus and recipes posted in this group. So they give you a lot of tools to make this really easy for you. So this whole package is $255.60. For the month of May, there is no fee to become a preferred client. So you can shop this at that preferred client price just for the month of May. There's a fee of $20 in the month of June. So if this is something you're interested in doing, I suggest that we talk about this. We can get it in under this party. That works out to only $8.52 per day. Okay, and if you think about it, that's at least one meal, if not two, and your coffee. So a lot of us pay more than $8.52 for all that stuff, even if you're bringing it from home. On a daily basis. So it's going to reduce the toxins you ingest, increase the toxins you eliminate, increase nutritional intake, increase your energy levels, reduce your stress, lose excess weight, and improve your skin. Okay, so I talked a little bit about becoming a preferred client when you buy this. What does that mean? You would get to pick out a free $50 product as well, and you also get 20% off for a full year. Anything that you buy from me would be 20% off for a full year. So there's the benefits of this program, but there's so many more benefits going forward. So that's what I wanted to share with you. We're doing this a little bit different today in that we have a multi-hostess presentation, which is really cool. And this is the first time that I've done a multi-hostess presentation, so I'm really excited about it. What's going to happen is you can go ahead onto my website, which we posted to the page where you're invited, or it's www.kimberlydonahue, Arbonne, Arbonne.com. And then you can upgrade to a preferred client, and your fee will be waived when you add this to your cart. And then make sure that you select the person's name who invited you at checkout. You're going to want to type in their name so they get credit. Or you can just contact me. If it's easier, just reach out to me on Facebook and I'll help you put your order through, because I know I just gave you a lot of steps. So if anybody has any questions, I will, oh, you know what? I never muted you. You are a quiet bunch. If anybody has any questions, let me know. And I'll be happy to answer them for you. What I'm going to do, I know that there were some people who wanted to attend and couldn't, so I'm going to make this a YouTube video that I will post to the page. So some people listen to it and think it's great, but they want to share it with their significant other, and that's perfectly fine. You can share the information with them as well. So does anybody have any questions for me right now?
It was really good, Kim.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, excellent. So perfect. I'm going to go ahead and stop my recording now.